Next to box on behalf of the Scots, David Dalziel from the Peterhead Amateur Boxing Club. Let's go by the nickname of Davy Dynamite Dalziel. So we'll have to see if he does indeed have dynamite in those blue gloves. And his opponent, Liam Search, hometown boy from here in Liverpool. Everton Red Triangle Club, or ERT as they're known.
Yeah, two more tiny lads for that age, 14 years old and 39 kilos. But he's an excellent boxer, Liam, and I'm sure his opponent is. I'm sure it'd be a cracking little contest.
I was looking at David Dalziel, his birthday, 97, so he's 15 years old and 39 kilos.
Yeah, look at him, he looks like he needs a good feed, doesn't he? Some kids are just born small and some kids are born big, aren't they? And he's just a small little fella, and but he's small in stature, I'm sure he'll be huge in heart.
Well, Braveheart, of course, was the film, which the Scots enjoyed so much. I'm sure they've got a little Braveheart here in the ring.
John.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Bout number 6, 39-kilogram contest, 3 2-minute rounds. Between and introducing in the red corner, representing Everton Red Triangle and Merseyside and Cheshire, Liam Search. Introducing in the blue corner, representing Scotland, David Dalziel. Search in the red, Dalziel in the blue.
David Dalziel with the slight edge, 21 contests to 18 so far for Liam Search, but not too much to choose between them on that score. Search, remember, in
good
the
countering
red.
left hook there from Liam. Cracking shot. It's quite tall, David. He's trying to make the use, keeping his jab at range. Little Search there, just a lovely little counter shot again. And so there's not a lot of power in these lads being so small, but it'll all be skill. It's all skill stuff. When the judges are judging, they may make into account for that. They know that the lads aren't overly powerful, but they still score what's an appropriate scoring shot. They will score it.
And the lighter fighters in particular, so good on their feet. You watch some of the footwork around the ring, it's lightning quick.
Yeah, Liam's from an excellent club in Everton Red Triangle.
I guess they must just about be the closest to here, are they? Everton Red Triangle, where's their training base?
Just up the hill from here, but ironically, within about half a mile of this centre, we've got 6 different boxing clubs. All pretty chocker, all full to the brim. It's a really popular sport in North Liverpool. In fact, boxing in general in Liverpool will probably just run second to football as the most popular sport. We have 18 clubs, and we've got thousands and thousands of young people and adults training boxing on a weekly basis.
That's fantastic. Just goes to show that the sport is alive and well at the grassroots level.
Yeah, absolutely. We work very hard in the boxing development to ensure we get new participants on a regular basis and supporting the clubs by doing little bits of funding bids and all things that clubs need to succeed, because all the clubs are run strictly by volunteers, and the service that the coaches and the clubs give is absolutely fantastic. And I think it's undervalued at times by various sectors of the community. They don't realise how much work actually goes in.
And quite often they forget that what these kids might be doing if they weren't in a boxing gym, you know, having some structured training.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure there wouldn't be a bus shelter left in Liverpool if that was the case. But in reality, I think the areas that succeed in boxing and the areas that we're working in, we're giving young people a positive outlook on their life. And it's not just about the boxing. Boxing clubs teach morals and all sorts of social stuff that, you know, probably people don't realise. They don't just teach the boys to box, they teach them all sorts of things to do in all walks of life. And we've just got the score for the end of that first round, and Liam Search is 5-3 in front, which is a fair reflection of the round. He's good little counter punching all the way through.
It's a good start for Liam then, who's written on his form that his best achievement in boxing so far being picked for England. And I'm sure he's delighted to represent his region as well. As Damien was saying, they take great pride in wearing the Merseyside vest. And it's effectively like boxing for England anyway when you're up against Scotland, isn't it? So.
Absolutely, and that's what we've been telling these lads all week. Even though you're representing the association, you're representing your clubs, you're also putting yourself in the shop window to box for England. If you can beat an international competitor, then you're going to go on the radar of all the England and GB selectors as you get older. Again, the bout's getting a little bit tight and a little bit scruffy in parts. Not much going on in terms of scoring. Oh, lovely backhand score from Liam. It's probably the good first scoring shot of the round. There you go, scored again on the end of a good flurry. Oh, and again, lovely. Yeah, he's one of the Everton coaches' traits. It's all about being first and last, and I think first and third, and that's what he's doing. He's throwing the 3 shots, and it's the last shot every time that's scoring the blow.
Little flurries in there where he was being very, very clever.
There you go, third
in his moment.
Yeah, third shot again, scoring the shot. I would imagine he's just going into a little bit of a commanding lead now over this bout. He's doing well.
So DL from the Peterhead club up in Scotland, perhaps with some work to do to get back on terms if he can here.
Yeah, excellent round that from Liam. That last shot every time scoring. Yeah, Chris, coach, well impressed there. Done exactly what he's been told in the corner, and he's done really, really well. And he's opened up a 10-5 lead now. So this last round, just got to keep it nice and composed, do what he's doing, and he should come out of it victorious by the end of it.
He's certainly really well organised in that round. Just kept picking off his man, Liam Search, and DL didn't really have an answer to it in that second round. Whether he can come up trumps in the third remains to be seen.
I think you'll find he'll be the aggressor now, and that'll work just into little Search's hands, because he's a lovely mover, and he'll probably just pop him off and score more. Might even take out a big lead now if he uses his feet well and uses his counters. Finishing on that third shot, he'll possibly take out a good lead, because David's got to chase the bout now.
So third and final round, 39 kilo contest. Search in the red, DL for Scotland in blue.
It's just a slip there.
Bit of kidology from the Scot as he went back to the neutral corner.
He'd actually put the shot off his gloves. It wasn't even a scoring shot, unfortunately for him.
And it's just getting a little untidy in places.
So a nice tight guard now, Liam. He's just defending. He's looking to defend that lead and score that last shot. There he does again. Third shot scored.
Yeah, keeping his gloves nice and high now in his guard. Just got to see this one out really for the final minute or so. Liam Search.
Yeah, no problem. He's just using the ring. He's just nice and composed. David's got to chase the bout, and he's not really chasing it either. I'm sure it's a bit of a loss of what to do actually at the moment, because everything he's tried, he's not really worked for him today. Well, Searchy's just tightened his guard up, scored again, the third shot, scored right through the middle. He's got the answer for David.
He's certainly got lots of supporters ringside as well, Liam Search. They're sort of egging him on in this final 30 seconds or so. But he did his work early, and he's just trying to see it home now.
Yeah, just seeing about home. He's clear winner.
Again, quite a mature fight for someone so young, which is good to see.
Yeah, he's trained by Michael and Paul Stevenson, the Everton Red Triangle, and he's, you know, they're all competent boxers from that club, and it's shown in this performance from Liam.
Now, a little nod from him to his corner, which effectively said, job done, boss. And I think he's right.
Yeah, absolutely, a great little performance. Just controlled the bout throughout, just did what he had to do to win the contest, did really well.
By contrast, there's a slight air of resignation about David Dalziel.
Oh, he's come all a long way from the top of Scotland there, and he's done his best.
Thank you.
Well done to the kid.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please show your appreciation for both boxers, please. With the judges' score of 18-10, the winner of 39kg winner, Search in the red corner.
So Search takes it, and that effectively stretches the lead. 4-2 in favour of Merseyside overall.
Yeah, fair reflection of the bow. He actually lost the last round there by a couple of hits, and quite surprised about that, but, you know, he got the win, and that's what matters. Well done, son.